morning, everyone. It is day 13. It is April 1st. It does not feel like April 1st. It's very cold out here. It actually, I think, snowed just a little bit in the night, but nothing stuck. Today is supposed to be not very warm and really windy too, but we are going to try to do about 18 miles today. And I had a really great stay at the Black Bear Resort. Highly recommend that place to anyone. They were just super friendly and actually didn't even need to go into town. I had sent myself a resupply box, and then they also had a little store there with pizzas and things like that that you could just cook on site, so I didn't even need to leave. Entering our first wilderness of this section. It's actually kind of surprising. Well, because of the high amount of rain that's happened in the last week or so, the owner of the hostel actually advised me to take the high water route around the Laurel Fork Gorge, just because she said it might be covered in water. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to go around because we're supposed to have record low temps tonight and tomorrow, and I am doing everything in my power to keep my gear and my feet dry today. So it's snowing just a little bit as I'm nearing the top of Pond Mountain. This is so pretty up here. Two wildernesses in one day. Found out where the wind was hiding. Well, I think I'm about a mile or less from the Van Deventer shelter, and I think I'm actually going to stop there. That was where I was planning to stop, but you know me, I always try to push further. This time I think I actually will stop because the wind and the cold are catching up with me this afternoon. Okay guys, I lied. I made it to the shelter and it's only like 4:30 in the afternoon, which is too long to just be sitting still in this kind of cold. So I'm gonna keep going. I think that's gonna be our last view of the reservoir though. Well, I went another 3.8 miles and found this nice spot. I will see you guys tomorrow. Well, good morning, everybody. It's really cold out. I would say it's probably in the teens, and it snowed a little bit more during the night. I think today's plan is at least 19 miles, maybe more. We'll see. Yep, it's cold, but at least the sun is out. This is a monument to a guy named Nick Grindstaff, who apparently was a really, really famous hermit who lived up on this mountain for about 40 years. I feel it might be worth mentioning that my phone carrier is AT&T, and on this section I have not had very much service at all. I feel like the people who have Verizon or something else have done better. I feel like the opposite's been true in the sections that I did in Virginia and Pennsylvania. Like, I had service when they didn't. But this section definitely has, I felt kind of isolated because I could be standing on top of the highest mountain with nothing else around me and I still couldn't get a signal. So just a bit of advice: if you are going to do this section and that is your carrier, you might have the same experience that I had. And I have heard it joked that AT&T stands for another try tomorrow. I've found that to be true. Finally, a little change of scenery. Been on that ridge forever. It's the perfect lunch spot with a beautiful view and out of the wind. Aw, these poor flowers. They thought it was springtime, but it's not. April Fools. Okay guys, so I just got a wild hair. It will involve night hiking. It will involve a 29-mile day. But I am going to push through to Damascus. Because there is nothing like cold to motivate a person. And the thought of pitching my tent and spending another night out in the cold is just not appealing. So I'm gonna do it. Look at this super old shelter. It is so cute. This is McQueen's Knob shelter, and it is truly for emergency use only. Relatively speaking, compared to a lot of the beautiful things that we've seen in the last 2 weeks, today's scenery has been a little bit boring. I feel like I just keep showing you guys the same scene over and over again. Woohoo! I just completed Tennessee. Okay, it's time for the headlamp. You guys didn't want to see this part of the trail anyways, did you? Oh my gosh, you guys, I did it! I've arrived in Damascus. What a big day it's been. We went 29 miles. We finished our section hike. We finished Tennessee, and we finished Virginia because I've done everything north of here. Woo! Good morning, everybody. I didn't want to leave the video in the dark like that. So as you can see, I did get picked up from Damascus, and just wanted to give you a few thoughts about this section overall. This section was absolutely beautiful. I think the highlights for me were walking over the tall mountains with the evergreen forest on top, and the walk around Watauga Reservoir, and some of the people that I met at the hostels and the shelters, and of course the balds, because they were just beautiful. I think I would have enjoyed this section just a little bit more if I wouldn't have had so many time constraints. Like if I would have been able to wait out some of the bad weather in the hostels rather than having to go out walking in it every time. And if I wouldn't have had to push so many miles every single day. But overall the trip was a success, and I definitely hope that I will see you guys next time.